Hey folks. Oh. Something's been kind of coming through over the last couple days. I've been talking about this gig that I have and preparing for it and really deciding that I'm coming from a place of ease in my playing and just kind of making that almost like making that a declaration. I actually had this funny image come to me of like, if I were about to play at Carnegie Hall, I'm sure that I'd be nervous, right? I know I would be getting worked up. If it were a performance of that level of magnitude, it would be something that would be a big deal. But then I imagined myself speaking to myself and asking myself, what are we going for here? Are we going for Robin's standards? Robin's security? Robin's ego's interpretation of what good enough is as a performance at Carnegie Hall? Is that what I'm going on stage to present? Or am I going on stage at Carnegie Hall to give my real self, who I really am? And what I really am, and where I really am in this moment, today, as I play today. What am I here to do? And I had another kind of powerful thought come through. Again, this is just the last couple of days of processing this and leaning into this feeling of being at the piano and really withdrawing permission for that energy, that energetic part of myself that wants to get it right, to take over. Just basically not giving it any airtime. If I'm the coach, that player's on the bench. And what I've noticed is I can't keep that player on the bench if I'm only keeping that player on the bench when I touch the piano. If I want to come to the piano and be able to feel free at the piano, I can't get up from the piano and live differently. And that's been a big one to it's something I've kind of sensed this all my life. I've had this sense, like, for whatever reason in my case, and this may be the way it is for everyone, although it may not, but in my particular case, in my particular life, I really can't, the way I do one thing is the way I do all things. And so that, and so then the things, like being able to express at the piano, if genuine freedom, genuine musical mastery, freedom, expression openness is something that I aspire to, something that I'm working for, something that I seriously am engendering in my life and in my awareness, then I have to essentially maintain that state and be engendering that state in all of my life, or else I'm out of integrity, or else the it's like I can't just use this to get what I want, basically. And that's been a big thing that I've received over the last couple of days as I lean into this energy and really sort of like kind of draw some boundaries between what part of myself is allowed to lead right now and what part of myself is not playing right now. And then recognizing when I stand up from the piano, what happens and how does that either get maintained or not, and what happens at the piano if I don't maintain it in the rest of my life. So it really becomes, I think that's another reason why, I've created a course about piano as a mindfulness practice, because it's like, the piano will show us so much of how we live our life. And if we can master a practice at the piano, we can kind of master it in the rest of our life. It's I mean, not that there isn't other practice involved, not that just the piano will solve it all, but there's a real reflection and a real mirror in this instrument and in this kind of creative work. I think really, perhaps all creative work contains that possibility to be almost like a spiritual practice for all of life. And it's something that's come back to me really strongly over the last day or so. I've had this sense for a long time. I have to live my whole life this way. I can never get one area of my life to just be the area where I put all that energy and then just live any way I want, or any way my ego wants the rest of the time. The good news is it's the most exciting, enjoyable, boundless, ease-filled, peace-filled, loving way to live. So why would you want to live any differently? It's not like I'm that tempted to not live like that. I'm just kind of owning and clocking and becoming aware of the fact that that it really does take everything. If I want this in one area of my life, if I want to be an artist in this way, at this level, with this level of transparency and openness and honesty, then I can't hide anywhere else in my life either. I have to be truly that, or else I'll come to the piano and it'll be like I'm faking it. So, that's where I am today. Yeah, it's gonna be fun today. I realize I'm playing for somebody's wedding. For me, this is a gig. It's a piano performance. For these two people, it's a choice they're making for the rest of their lives, and it's a big deal. Let me serve that. So yeah, that's where I am today, folks. A wonderful day. I appreciate you. Love you much. I'll see you soon.